All right, guys, let's check out this killer Citizen 2100. This is a special limited edition version of this watch. There's quite a few variants of this, one being called the, quote, Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec. I think I've had that actual model on the channel or something really close to it. If you look at his pictures from that show, you'll see he had the integrated lugs with the bracelet on that model. So this one's similar layout, same movement, the E210, and it's the 2100 in similar layout because that's the way all those are laid out, but this one has a 23 millimeter lug width instead of the integrated the lugs. So still the same vibe, but it's not the Ron Swanson watch. However, it is the caliber 2100 limited edition. They only made 2100 pieces of this particular model, and this is number 1138. So it's numbered on the back. All right, let's get into the size of this thing and all the details. So we are looking at a 44 millimeter watch, about 50 3/4 millimeter lug to lug. You can see pretty much, mostly polished. There's some brushing on the top of the lugs there, but nice little turn down to the lugs, non-drilled, of course. And 13.8 thick, flat sapphire crystal up top. I believe there's some AR coating in there, but it's not crazy powerful. And like I had mentioned, 23 millimeter lug width there, kind of weird, but the previous owner actually paired it up with this Victorinox mesh. So that fits. Usually this one comes on this leather strap with a butterfly clasp, and this is actually genuine crocodile. So that is pretty cool. This strap looks like it's never been worn, so it's very comfortable feeling though. Here's the part number for this one. av0060-00a had a retail price of $925. The previous owner, Mark, picked it up, and actually he has a YouTube channel. I'll put a link to it. It's not watch related stuff. It's like virtual reality. What is it? It's simulator car races. Professional car racing simulations. Okay, but anyway, I'll put that in the description. But Mark actually included the original receipt with this watch. He picked it up from an authorized dealer and paid in the mid $700 range. So you could have got these at deals. And being that it's limited edition, I don't know that it's really going up in price, but it should hold its value decently. I can't remember what I paid him for it. That's typically how I buy watches. I just swoop them up and kind of is what it is. This thing with this mesh weighs in at 156 grams, so it has a little bit of weight to it, even though it is a quartz watch. These are really heavy-duty Citizen watches. So in case you're not familiar with the 2100, it is it's one of their sweet spots in the Citizen lineup, and there's a bunch of different variants of it. Of course, you have the chronograph here, which we can get that running. You just push that guy there, and you'll see that chronograph hand starts to go about its business. There's also the bullhead one, which I'm going to have another one on the channel here soon, and I'll show it next to this one. Basically, they use the same movement. They just turn the watch this way. So, and then they do a different dial and everything like that. I know it looks funky here because I'm holding it sideways, but when you see it in the bullhead version, it actually makes sense. And I will share that when I have the watch, and I'll show you. All stainless steel on this one. This one also has some other functions other than the chronograph, but you have your running seconds down there. And then these two subdials are going to be for your chronograph. You have your battery solar indicator up top there, kind of coming off that oversized pip up there. You can see we're in level 2 range, so we have plenty of battery life on this, although it probably could use a little sun. And then down here, you also have your alarm on off. This crown here, down at the 7 or 6, 7, 8, I should learn how to read a clock, right? At the 8 o'clock position here, if you pull it out, you will adjust this hand right here. It's kind of skeletonized, hard to see. See the gray arrow, and then it's a skeletonized hand, almost pointing towards the date. That is your alarm set, and then this is your alarm on or off. So if you push this, it'll turn the alarm off or on. So activating it off or on. And then you pull that crown out and you can set this. The alarm is on a 12-hour thing here. So basically, if I set it at, it's not set, so you're not going to hear it. But so if I set it at, say, 5 o'clock or whatever, then it's going to go off at 5 a.m. It's going to go off at 5 p.m. And you can either just shut it off or just hit this button when it starts to go off. And then when you set the alarm, it's only going to be accurate to within 3 to 5 minutes. So maybe we'll hear it. So it's not super, super accurate like on like a digital watch or some other watches, but you can get it pretty good. You can get it, like I said, within 3 to 5 minutes, you're going to be fine. And of course, this crown here is a non-screw down crown, and you can just pop it out and set your time. That's accurate. So you're going to have good accuracy with the timekeeping of the watch. You can see you have a really nice silver dial there with a pattern. And it's not just pinstriped. If you look closely, it's kind of interrupted. And then these other black ones are where your solar charge is going to happen through. And then for resetting your chronograph, you can just pop that, hit that, and it snaps back right into place. Here's a look at the case back. You can see it is actually labeled limited edition. Do not open, exclamation point. How often do you see an exclamation point on your watch? They really don't want you to open this thing up. And it is individually numbered, 1138 of 2100. So that's always cool. So and it is sapphire crystal, like I already mentioned. But so if it does need service, you're going to want to send it into a service center, essentially. Oh, there's the alarm. Is that loud enough for you guys? So you can just hit that button and it'll silence the alarm. The alarm runs for about 20 or 30 seconds. I can't remember. Let's pop this on wrist so you can see what it looks like on my 7¼ inch wrist. And then we will do a lume shot. Because the lume's not bad. Citizen usually does pretty good lume. Although it's going to be, they usually use like a cool blue color. They have been known to do occasionally dual lume. I don't think that's the case on this one. So it's a little tricky to get that, but it's not too bad, and it's adjustable and everything. But this strap does not come with it. But this is a really good pairing. I actually enjoy the watch on this strap. So you can see there on my 7¼ inch wrist. I dig it. Kind of feel a little Ron Swanson-like. If you guys watch Parks and Rec, you'll get a kick out of that character. I always like watching that show. So there's the wrist shot. Let's pop this in. If you can find one of these Victorinox mesh bracelets if you have one of these watches, I can highly, highly recommend it. That is a home run pick for sure. All right, let's kill the lights and check the lume on this bad boy. Yeah, so they're using the cool blue on this one. So you can see the oversized pip obviously shows, the hour and minute hand shows, and then you have the small dots around the outside. So you should be able to orientate it and be able to tell the time. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next vid.